Hello, good evening and welcome to Meridian's Fight Night. This evening our cameras have been ringside to capture the action on a busy night of boxing. During the next 90 minutes we'll bring you highlights from 6 bouts. And here with me in the studio to enjoy the action, Frank Maloney, manager of Britain's heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis. We'll get the latest news of Lewis's bid to set up a World Championship rematch with Evander Holyfield in just a moment. Also with us tonight, an actor familiar to viewers of The Bill. You may know him as D.I. Burnside. It is Chris Ellison. A keen boxing fan, we'll hear from Chris and from Frank throughout the programme. Top of the bill for us tonight.
We're off.
A fight for the WBU Heavyweight Championship of the World. South African Corey Sanders defends his title against Florida-based Spaniard Yorgi Valdez. A contest of contrasting styles.
I want to get big fights against Lewis or guys. I've got to, keep winning, and I'm definitely going to do it. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm aggressive, and in there, it's going to be a long night for you. Even if you win, it's still going to be a long night for you, and you're going to remember me for a long time.
We'll also catch up with the progress of one of the brightest boxing hopes on the South Coast. Middleweight Steve Bendall from Bournemouth takes on Darren Covill.
I feel quite relaxed, actually. Yeah, I think just because the training's been going well, I don't, put it to the back of the mind, just focus on my job. Don't worry about the show.
It's also a big night for Darren Dorrington. The Bristol-based light middleweight has a shot at the vacant WBU Continental Championship in his home city. Dorrington meets the exotically named Elvis Adenisi.
Definitely the biggest fight in my career. This is like make or break. Obviously, I said if I lose this, then I'll pack on the gloves.
You'll see a great fight. It's going to be great.
And we'll have the best of the action on a lively and hard-hitting Friday night. OK, well, we'll leave it there for the moment, Frank. Our next bout features a determined and committed middleweight from the South Coast. Steve Bendall was out of action for 18 months after a serious shoulder injury. This evening, he takes on Darren Covill from Welling. Bendall will be attempting to enhance his increasing reputation. Let's return to the Whitchurch Sports Centre in Bristol. Steve Bendall is wearing the purple shorts. At ringside, Steve Bunce and Graham Beecroft.
So 6 3-minute rounds at middleweight between Steve Bendall in the purple trunks and Darren Covill. Bendall from Bournemouth, 25 years of age, just his 4th professional fight. But this boy has been a very talented amateur indeed, Steve Bunce.
Yeah, he was one of the top prospects 4 or 5 years ago. Failed to qualify for the '96 Olympics. Lost in the quarterfinals of the European Championships, which were a qualifier. But hasn't had the best of luck as a pro. I mean, he's unbeaten, but he had an injury, something quite serious, if I'm not mistaken, after about 2
his shoulder.
I knew it was something like that. He's from Coventry originally. Boxed for Triumph Club, one of the best clubs. In fact, Errol Christie boxed for Triumph. Remember the guy about 15 years ago won about 11 junior titles?
Bendall on top already against Covill in the neutral corner.
Covill's best work was as a light welterweight welter. He became a light middleweight opponent, and tonight he's a super middleweight opponent. But there's one thing about Covill, he's extremely proud and extremely tough.
Big swinging right from Darren Covill. Good work at distance, though, from Steve Bendall. Bendall weighing in with big punches. Covill just trying to cover up in the corner.
Covill certainly retired 2 or 3 times over the last 7 or 8 years, but he always comes back in decent and reasonable condition. He boxed for Young England when he was an amateur, so it's not like he's a pub ruler. The kid is a boxer, but it's a terrible thing to say, but I think the ambition left an awful long time ago.
That was a lovely left uppercut from Bendall. Nice crisp punches, picking off his man, working to the head and to the body as well. Covill jumping up and down with his hands down by his side, as though to say, you haven't hurt me. So the end of the first round, and clearly in front after that, Steve Bendall, the man from Bournemouth.
Bendall was only one punch away from winning the ABA light middleweight title. First round, he dropped the opponent in the other corner, was celebrating, his fans were going mad. It was in Birmingham, near where he lived in Coventry, and suddenly got knocked out with the very next punch himself. It was, needless to say, an entertaining ABA final for the fans, but not for Stephen Bendall.
I bet it wasn't. So close. He's had good wins over good amateurs, the Irishman Brian McGee, England's John Pearce, who's heavily touted. He won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Pearce is one of 8 boxers travelling to the World Championships in Houston in about 3 weeks' time, and in fact, he's tipped to come back with something. He's one of 2 boxers who are ranked in the world top 10 at the moment.
Nearly out of the ring in front of us. Good work by Bendall here, and he's got Covill in trouble. Covill's coming back for more, but his own good punching as well, actually, pulling in. So 30 seconds of the second round left. Good work by Steve Bendall. Oh, good left by Covill as well, right at the end of round 2. Third round then. Covill coming out to try and take the fight to his opponent. Good work to the midriff there. 2 good rights by Bendall. Bendall in the purple shorts. Oh, lovely work by Bendall. Well, Covill proving that he can take a punch, that's for sure. Nasty clash of heads there as well. good work by Bendall.
As an amateur, Bendall always fought like an old pro, and as a young pro, he still fights like an old pro. He just puts his arm round, slows the pace, dictates the pace, does what he wants to do. You see him grab and hold there. He's got a very wise head on his 25-year-old body, that's for sure.
Dangerous lunge there by Covill as he came forward. Oh, big left by Bendall. Covill certainly gives the impression he likes a good old-fashioned dust-up, Steve, doesn't he?
I don't like to say it, but it looks like he's enjoying getting beaten.
So there's Steve Bendall, bang in charge of this one, picking off his opponent neatly. The only thing I think he's got to be worried about is that if Covill lurches in like he does, that it might just be a nasty clash of heads which can cause a problem for him.
Yeah, you know, we've seen too many boxers over the past few years be in total control and get caught late in the fight. Hold on a moment, I think he's got a bad hand. I think Darren Covill's got a bad hand. Yes, right hand.
And I think we're going to have a stoppage here because I think that Darren Covill has hurt his right hand and that it's all over. And it is all over, in fact, so another victory for Steve Bendall. There he is to keep up his 100% record, 4 fights, 4 wins, and a second stoppage for him.
Well, Steve, that was a pretty easy night at the office, wasn't it?
It was a good workout, tough lad, took some good shots. I didn't let him go as much as I should have let him go, but I was just, you know, getting through the motions. It was my first 6 rounder, if it would have went that, but I just wanted to feel my way through, pick my shots nice. Didn't have a good performance in my last fight, didn't pick my shots well, so I wanted to pick my shots right, and, you know, just see what came from that, and I'm pleased with it. Could have put some more power in some of the shots, but it was a nice performance.
A good workout, he says. Steve Bendall, the man from Bournemouth.